that, please. Anybody see Jim?
You get taken from joy to sorrow, sadness, frustration, all the elements of life, really.
It takes up 95% of our spare time.
You ready for the off? Kind of outside, gentlemen, please. Outside, please.
It's too important to us to take it at sort of half steam. We've got to be totally committed to it, and we are.
Be proud, guys.
I have always believed we've had the ability and the capability to be the best in our particular field. Shannon Express are a group of men from Potton in Bedfordshire. There's 70 of us and we sing barbershop harmony. We have some very average singers in the group. It's a combination of psychology, practice and commitment that sort of moulds all these different individuals together into becoming one of the top singing groups in the country.
New York, New York, New York.
I think people outside the singing world have definitely got a strange idea about barbershop. Could be perhaps compared with Morris dancing, a very strange hobby which they don't know much about, so they turn their noses up at it. All barbershoppers are supposed to be men with moustaches, straw boaters and a tea towel over their arm. That's a barbershopper. A barbershop singer can be from any walk of life, really, just somebody that enjoys singing.
Wherever you go in the country, there are barbershoppers, and they will always make you welcome. This is the bass teach tape for If I Give My Heart to You. The pitch blown is a D, and basses, that's what you come in on. There's never any malice between clubs. We compete against each other and we all want to win. Off stage, everyone is the best of friends. Should I give my heart to you?
2, 3, 4. Hold on! Hurry train, come on and hurry train. Gotta get a rolling to Dixieland. Goodbye. No. I'm not going to let you get away with it. Don't sing Lamb, otherwise I'll stop you every time. Every time you miss a word ending, I'm going to stop you, and you'll see how regular, and you'll soon get pissed off, and you'll start singing it.
Well, he's great. He's probably one of the best chorus directors in the country. He started when he was 14, 15, and the job of musical director came up, and some of the older men thought, well, not going to have him bossing us about, you know. Anyway, we decided to give him a go, and right from the start, we could see he had a talent.
In anything that I try and do, music-wise, work-wise, I try and do the best I possibly can, and I don't settle for second best. I'm a firm believer in positive thinking and, be a winner, because winners are part of the success and losers are always part of the problem. So I try and make people think like winners, and they will be winners. I suppose I would be classified as a controller personality, but I don't think it's so much control. Well, yes, it is control. Yeah, I guess I am a control freak.
I mean, he can be a pain, can Jim? Seriously, he can be a pain. And certainly several of us, I've had spats with Jim, but one would expect that.
Should I give my heart to you, my darling?
We all love Jim Catt, and people say, what is it about Jim Catt? Why do 70 guys love him? You know the simple answer, because he loves us. He's patient with us, he's put up with us, he believes in us. He walks in water for us.
I just don't know what to say. It was just very, very good. You just stepped from a B to an A chorus just then, in that rendition. All you have to do now...
With barbershop, it's something you like or you don't like, and with me, I liked it. And I wanted to be part of that and try and make that sound myself. It's just a razzmatazz, everything's up in the air and it's theatrical, it's great. I love being on the front row, everything happens on the front row, and that's where I like to be. The front row are the people who are the dancers, so really you've got to be on the ball all the time and watch what's happening around you and listen at the same time.
Barbershop's made for guys like me. You know, bathroom singers that dream of the big time, and barbershop gives you the opportunity to do it and go and perform. In your everyday life, you talk like a star now, you know. I just was in the Albert Hall the other night there. I'm always dreading them saying, how many of you? And you say, well, 70. Just a place for a show-off.
Just gave the meanest ticket man on earth.
When I first joined the chorus, I got them to do basic movements. And I've never seen so many people move left when they're supposed to be moving right and not being able to step and put one foot in front of the other. And that's not being nasty to the chorus, but they really struggle, and you would never ever see them dancing at the disco. Here, they have to do it to become part of Shannon the performance. You have to show them the basics of how to sway, where to look, hand movements, because obviously when you've got 60 plus men, they could do it in so many variations, you've got to be specific with them. Barbershop smile. Some chaps smile just a little crease at the end of their mouths. But from a distance, if you've got somebody at the back of a hall, they're just going to think there's nothing happening. So they really have to be larger than life.
Troubles are over. I'll be in clover soon.
There's no doubt about it. When you get the gear on, it all goes up another notch. When we started, we went to the blue shirts and we decided to get a bit more ambitious. Anyway, after a while, we decided to get something even more garish. We sprayed our shoes gold to match the waistcoat. Lots of the choruses were wearing suits, so we decided to go for a suit. You go for sparkly things, and you know, because when you're on stage, the things that sparkle make it look good.
You don't know who's clothing about.
I don't mind, it's only 43 or so. Why dress up? Yeah, they feel tremendous. Those people becoming one body, one presentation mass, smart as a button. I'm proud of it.
All right. Don't I get a hug? No.
Men like to be with men, don't they? A lot of them get companionship, male company, which I think a lot of them very much value, being part of the team. The wives find it very hard to understand the commitment they have to give and so on. And it's not easy, I've been on both sides of it.
I'll spend the hours among the flowers. I'll stay away from the throng.
Potton is a small town about 12 miles from Bedford. It seems to be a mecca for music and arts. There's a lot of talent within a small town. There is an attitude towards people who have success. They come from London or they come from Glasgow or some of the bigger cities, but they certainly don't come from Potton in Bedfordshire. Where the hell's that?
Ladies and gentlemen, can we welcome Terry Edwards?
I came across Shannon Express because I was one of the judges for the Choir of the Year competition in 1995. I just thought that their dedication and their expertise was just phenomenal. And apart from the one area of tuning, they would have won the competition, I think.
He tactfully told me the reasons why we didn't win, in his opinion. And, well, I said, well, what are you going to do about it then? And he said, well, I'll come down and work with your group. And I said, what a great idea.
Now, this is hard. This actually is chords taken from Romeo and Juliet by Gounod. It's a long unaccompanied chorus that opens the opera. And at the end of it, as the last chord finishes, the orchestra comes in on the same note. Yeah? You know the ones.
They tend to drift out of tune. They drift altogether. The tenors go down with the baritones and with the basses. So it's not unpleasant, but in the end, it does stop it being a perfect performance.
That's the group I remember.
I thought that I'd just teach them a couple of very simple arrangements using the piano as a guide, which is the way they don't normally work. And then, having learned the piece, drop the piano out and see if they can sing it in tune and it stays in tune.
Nice long note at the end, please. Watch me. I've been waiting to do that since last November. That's beautiful. I mean, it's very simple, that little thing, but actually, it's not simple to keep that in tune. It actually is very capable of going flat, and that was perfectly there, wasn't it? Never any doubt where it was. I loved the concentration of that rehearsal. I can't imagine any other group rehearse and have the same buzz that this group has. It's a very special organisation that produces an evening like this and bothers to do all of that for me. To Terry, the grand pitchfork from 1995 from Shannon Express. Well, I think I deserve it.
Competitions are a part of barbershop. They're a big part of barbershop. Harrogate is going to host one of the biggest competitions ever to find out the best in the barbershop world. 16 choruses will compete, and it's very important to us to win.
We this year will win the gold medal. That will necessitate our appearing at internationals in Salt Lake City in 1996. We'll need to raise probably £70,000 or £75,000, and we'll do it.
No, probably more. I make sandwiches every week, and I have done now for about 4 years.
4 years, yeah.
And I made something like about 8,000 sandwiches now coming up. And I sell those every week for £1, and the guys really look forward to them. And last year I made £700 on them. I think what happens here when I make these butties is the guys actually eat things they're not allowed at home. But don't tell anybody.
This final session will be extremely hard. It's 6 hours of work. They've had enough now, but they know they've got to go on another mile to get it right. They'll give it all they've got left, and then you'll see a gold medal chorus in action.
You and I together again, we embrace.
In barbershop, they teach you that if you're going to sing a love song, if you're going to sing a sad song, you've really got to believe it to sing it. You can't perform a song if you don't feel it.
We've got an age range of 14 to 67, and the older members have got far more emotions and memories to draw on than the younger people. Jim's task is to try to ensure that everybody has got some image that they can latch onto to give the necessary emotion for a song.
You pick something for your own past and for your own experience, and when your saddest experiences, and that could go from bereavement to whatever, And if you get into that mode and thinking these real sad things, then that's the way you do it.
The end was a sign. You told me that you loved another last night.
They pulled through today very well. The guys worked very hard, and it's of enthusiasm to keep the energy going. We are definitely almost there.
We're going up there to bring the gold medal back to Potton. Yep. That's the first objective.
It's going to be a lot of fun, I hope.
A lot of fun, but hard work.
Yeah.
And
it'd be nice to have a little bit of gold stuck to your chest on the way home.
Our course director, young Jim Catt, you know, he really deserves to be the musical director to take the gold this year, because the work that boy has been putting in over the past 6 years that I know of is phenomenal.
Yeah.
We refer to him as the young master, and that's a very, very apt name for him.
Don't get me wrong, I want to do it for myself, but in a lot of ways I want to do it for Jim.
For Jim.
Because I want it really badly, but I know that he wants it more than I do, and that, you know, and the fire's burning strong in my belly.
There'll be close on 5,000 people in and around Harrogate over the weekend to enjoy the competitions, enjoy Harrogate if they get time to see any of it.
It's a great weekend. You get barbershoppers from all over the country. Lots of Americans come over. There's 50-odd clubs in the British Association of Barbershop Singers. We have the contest, which is sort of the highlight of the week. We've got the vocal majority coming, one of the top choruses in the world.
They are highly motivated and highly committed. If you look on their jackets, it's got it printed all over the back. Vocal majority committed to excellence. And they really are.
Music's playing, the crowd is swaying, the chorus is singing, the chords are ringing out. It's going down, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down. It's British sound, it's going down, it's going wild.
Your final return will not diminish, and you can be the cream of the crop. It's not where you start, it's where you finish, and you're gonna finish on top.
If I give my heart to you, will you give me all your love?
Winning is important, but it's what you do in between times that makes you successful.
Will you swear that you'll be true to me?
It's setting up goals and it's realising and achieving those goals. One of the goals may be to finish a particularly difficult song. One of the goals might be to choreograph a new number. It's not necessarily to help people win trophies, it's just to help people improve themselves and do the best they possibly can.
And always be as you are with me tonight.
Barbershop, you've got 70 guys round about you, and it's somewhere to hide. It's like a body wrap. If you keep the body wrap on, you think This guy next to me, he'll do it. He's been rehearsing mad. He'll win the gold medal for me. But it's coming up for time when there's no place to hide. So you've really got to get rid of this body wrap. You've got to say, I'm the man. I've got to go and do the business here.
This is the toughest contest in the history of the association. There has never been a tougher contest. There are 5 choruses who are in with a shout. There's Cambridge Chord Company. They number about 22 guys right now. They turn in a very solid performance. They came in second last year. Then there's Shannon Express. They are a chorus ready to win. Then there's Reading. They're in good shape right now. I was just talking to their chorus director. Bristol, who haven't won in a few years, but have been thereabouts. They're back, they're in contention. And the Grand Central Chorus. So you've got 5 choruses, any one of which are going to win this thing.
Goodbye, my Coney Island baby. Farewell, my own true love, honey. I'm gonna go away and leave you. Never see you any, never gonna see you any.
It's down to you guys to get yourself mentally ready for the job in hand. Just thinking about the first song. It's a wonderful song of love and happiness that partway through the song it changes and it becomes almost desperate to the end. The end of your world as an individual.
We take them as far as they possibly can go emotionally, and once they know where the mark is, they know to just step back from it. Can't afford to have 70 blubbering heaps on stage. We've got another song to sing, so we need to be in control and we need to be as professional as we possibly can. They really have to be bubbling inside, that the blood's got to be going around the veins very, very quickly. Just as the name is announced on stage, the adrenaline just takes over and lifts them into an A+ performance, which will be unbeatable.
Shannon Express.
You and I together again, we embrace, and walk arm in arm, and then we were alone in the moonlight, there in the shadows below. Last night seemed to me in my dreaming was thousands of years ago. And oh, sweet was the story I told you. But the end was a sigh. You told me that you loved another last night. When you said goodbye,
You're really wanting the guys to do their very best. From my point of view, it's a case of trying to harness their energy and pull every ounce of commitment and facial expression and singing quality that they could possibly give me, and giving the audience an experience that they'll never forget.
I'm Alan, family bound. There'll be no heebie-jeebies hanging round. Just gave the meanest ticket man on earth. I gave him all I'm worth. To put my tootsies in an upper berth. Just hear that choo-choo sound. I know that soon we're gonna cover ground. That's why I'm shouting so the world will know. I'm shouting, here I go. I'm Alabama bound today. I'm Alabama bound.
After the last time we entered a barbershop competition, I thought, and indeed so did all the chorus, we'd done the best performance we ever could have done. And we thought it was enough to win. And when they'd announced second place, the guy turned and said to me, "You've got it." And I thought we had. And I'm sure that most of the other guys in the chorus did too. We actually came 5th.
I reckon this could be any one of 4.
Or more.
Out of those 16.
Maybe the East Midlands side is got a good chance. I hope they do well.
The Highwaymen, obviously. Shannon Express.
Could be Potter.
I was so disappointed for them last year. I could have cried for them last year.
In 3rd place, the Wearside Trophy for Grand Central Chorus. Tony's going to have a bit of a problem with this one because the Bristol Cup goes to the chorus in 2nd place, the Thames Valley Chorus. No prizes for guessing this one. In 1st place, the champions for this year and winners of the Crawley plaque, Shannon Express.
Oh, was it worth it? Brilliant.
It was worth 17 years of effort. It's worth every second.
Yes, it was. And more besides. And I'd do it all again tomorrow, as we all would.
Yes, seriously worth it.
Couldn't ask for more.
When the plan comes right, you forget about all the hard work. It's definitely worthwhile. Go through it all again.